hello, everybody. I am yet again, Price McKenzie, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. It has been a long while since I've been on here. I've been working quite a bit as of late the past few months, honestly. So I'm not out of commission. I've just been working. Still gathering information, still watching videos, still studying my craft. But I'm here. So let me just dive right on into this head first. One of the things that I'm challenged by now is the state of relationships. What I mean by that is people are just not getting together anymore. And there are a lot of reasons why, and I get it. Of which I'll go into that soon. But it's almost like everybody's there's this worldwide stalemate, and there's a line being drawn in the sand. I'm not crossing over. She's not crossing over. You're not going to come on my side. I'm not going to come on yours. And I honestly believe a lot of that comes from, obviously times have changed, obviously. So my parents' generation, my grandparents' generation, it was the father goes out daybreak, works like a dog all day long, sun up to sundown. The mom, the wife, stays at home, takes care of the kitchen, cleans the house, cooks, cleans, does everything. Dad gets home, father gets home, husband gets home. He sits down, eats, goes to bed, gets up and hits recycle. And that was the life for many people back in those days. What has happened now as a result of that, those children decided, okay, in particular the women, and I'm not saying anything bad about women. Let me clarify that before I go into what I'm going to say. There was not really a lot of emotion. There was not really a lot of interaction. There was not really a whole lot of communication going on in those times. It was work, take care of the house, work, take care of the house, fix whatever needed to be fixed, and that was that. As a result of that, the children watched that out of their parents and decided that's not what I want. So a lot of women in particular were scarred from the standpoint of because we as men were taught, number one, not to be emotional. You fall, bust your kneecap out, bust your head wide open, have it bleeding. Boy, quit crying. Boy, quit crying. Be a man. And so we were desensitized to expressing emotion. So then these same guys, and I'm add myself in that equation because I'm in that age bracket, these same guys get with women and we don't know how to process emotion. So from that you have this, women, screaming for attention, wanting to be nurtured, wanting to be heard, want some type of emotion, some type of sensitivity, some type of consideration, some type of affection, some type of attention, all the above, only to discover he don't know how to do that. He has no freaking clue. All he knows how to do is work, pay bills, fix whatever needed to be fixed, get up, hit reset. We do the same thing all over again the next day. So then you have men who, on the flip side of that coin, we're taking the brunt of this. We're like, man, I'm not finna listen to this bull. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do all of this extra emotional stuff, this, that, and other, blase, skip. So now we're at a point where you have this whole great big pool of women that are single. A lot of them have, raised their kids on their own, void of a man, void of a father. You know, and what that also bred was, and I hate to even talk about this, but I have to. It bred this era of independent women, and I'm sorry to say, but it's just these are cold hard facts. You are not independent. First of all, you got here, however you got here. You know, there was a male and a female called your mother and your father who got together, joined together, and had you. I don't care who you are, how great you are, what you've accomplished, what your income status is. None of us, male or female, are independent of the other. We all need somebody of the opposite sex, one way or the other. That's that. You know, you can't. It's fine that you don't have to have a man to quote unquote take care of you, and that's good. However, there are things. Let's just be real about it. There are things that you cannot do for yourself that only a man can do, and vice versa. There are things a man cannot do for himself that only a woman can do. And there are things that you can do for yourself, however, it is easier with a man, and vice versa. So, having said that, that whole era of, you know, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man to take care of me, that is perfectly fine. Yes, you make your own money. Yes, you cook your own food. Yes, you know, some of y'all can even change oil and, you know, do some of those things, and that's great. However, you are not made to be by yourself. If that were the case, there would probably be you and 10 other people on this earth. There are I'm guessing that at this point, 8 to 9 billion people in this world. There's no way, there's absolutely no way that you are supposed to be by yourself. That just ain't it. So the thing of it is, you know, we've got to figure out, and it's something I've been really, really internally studying, I guess you could say. We've got to figure out how to merge these worlds back together where people actually consider dating again. The problem with that is the dating pool and the mindsets and the understanding of what relationships are have gotten so far distorted away from what they used to be that people don't even know what a relationship is anymore. And that is the problem. That is the problem. Yes, the average person, you know, well, what do you want out of the relationship? Well, what do you bring to the table? And I promise you, I'm gonna get into all of that. But it's the role of a woman has changed. The role of the man has changed. It's like the woman has had to assume the responsibility and role of being a man. And so now you have all of these terminology, all of these newfound terminologies, you know, that we use to identify and relate to relationships, and it has become it's almost like two magnets coming together. They just cannot. So I'm going to start digging into the reasons why and what we can do to overcome this, because the more I talk to people, especially people in my age bracket, the more I realize this is a real thing. This has become a lifestyle. I mean, to the degree where, you know, you have a lot of people that are not even considering being in relationships anymore, not because they don't want to, but because it seemingly there's nothing out there. And it is. So I'm doing some work, you know, in addition to working on myself to become better. But I'm doing I'm watching videos, I'm having conversations with people. I am gathering information to figure out what can be done and how I can personally make a difference through Simply Put to help us. And I say us because I'm in this just like you are, to help us to become better and understand some things where we can at least reopen ourselves back up to consider being in a relationship with somebody else at some point. It doesn't have to be right now, but at some point. So again, I'm Price McKinney. Simply put, it's been a while. I miss you all. I miss doing the videos. However, I am back. It just is what it is. I've got to make it happen. You know, everybody's time is short, but you know, for what it is that you want to do and what it is that you have to do, you have to make time for that. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So again, I'm Price McKinney. Simply put, I want to thank you for listening. Give me your feedback on this. Give me your thoughts. Give me your ideas, your questions, recommendations, suggestions. How you feel about this? Because I do want to hear from you. So again, follow me on I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Simply put, with Price McKinney. Most importantly, if you have not already, go to my YouTube and subscribe there. Of course, it's real simple. Price McKinney, simply put. And again, thank you for listening. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, you're going to see me soon.